Spiritual Gumbo, Genesis, becoming perfect. We're going to start at verse 1 of chapter 17 of the Genesis. And let's go ahead and just talk about what just happened real quick. So, an angel that the woman sees, named Agar the Egyptian, she accounts as the Most High God himself. Does this not sound similar to what somebody else did after wrestling with an angel? Come on. However, they're all of the same force. Right on. And note that an angel is not from earth. So every single time you read about an angel, you're reading about something that is not from earth. Come on, man. Just really put it in your mind. I'm trying to give it to you so that way you see how I'm seeing it. This is a celestial divine being. Appreciate that. And why wouldn't a man not consider it, a woman not consider that deity-like over them? And if they account, once again, if the Most High God accounted for righteousness, Abraham believing that his seed would be multiplied, why would it be any different for him to go and tell a woman that your seed shall become great? Right on? And telling her that your son is going to be a fighter. And he's always going to be in some stuff. Right. See, the affliction of Agar the Egyptian is a prelude to the affliction that the children of Israel would only righteously deserve, seeing that the Egyptians treated righteously Abraham when he was in when he was in Egypt, and he deceived them. Thank you very much. Yes, he did. He didn't lie, but he did deceive them. Verse 1, chapter 17. And Abraham was 99 years old. And the Lord, not the Lord God, and the Lord appeared to him and said to him, I am thy God. Be well pleasing before me and be blameless. And I will establish my covenant between me and thee, and I will multiply thee exceedingly. And Abraham fell upon his face, and God spoke to him, saying, stop right there. Every time you read the Lord, listen, it's contentious that you understand that this is more than likely the Messiah, and he's here to do the biddings of the Most High God. So we're reading an account of what Moses wrote down. We're reading an account of what was made known to him so that way it could be made known to us. At this point, we have to appreciate that the Lord is speaking on behalf of the Most High God. And there's not a blasphemous undertone when you're hearing the switching between the level of authority that's being spoken of. Verse 2. Verse 1. I am thy God. Be well pleasing before me and be blameless. And I will establish my covenant between me and thee, and I will multiply thee exceedingly. And Abraham fell upon his face, and God spoke to him, saying, And I, behold, my covenant is with thee, and thou shalt be a father of a multitude of nations. And thy name shall be no more called Abram, but thy name shall be called Abraham. For I have made thee a father of many nations, and I will increase thee very exceedingly, and I will make nations of thee, and kings shall come out of thee, and I will establish my covenant between thee and thy seed after thee, to their generations, for an everlasting covenant, to be thy God, and the God of thy seed after thee. And I will give to thee and thy seed after thee the land wherein thou sojournest, even all the land of Canaan, for an everlasting possession, and I will be to them a God. And God said to Abraham, thou shalt fully keep my covenant, thou and thy seed after thee, for their generations. And this is one of the and this is the covenant which thou shalt fully keep between me and you, and between thy seed after thee for generations. Every male of you shall be circumcised, and ye shall be circumcised in the flesh of your foreskin, and it shall be for a sign of a covenant between me and you. And the child of 8 days old shall be circumcised by you, every male throughout your generations, and the servant born in the house, and he that is bought with money, and of every son of a stranger who is not of thy seed. Stop right there. Did you hear how the covenant between them is the circumcision of the flesh? This is my question to you right now, and this is not to be coy or slick. Do you think that a person could tell you right now that the Most High God did not send his Lord to tell this man about this? Not only because of the diseases, but because the condition that Abraham may have had medically, where the foreskin of his penis may have become hard and crusted over and needed to be removed so that way his seed could flow in abundance. Thank you very much. There's a condition like that that makes intercourse very painful, and I would imagine having built up ejaculation would be something that is very painful, that can't escape. It's just me giving you guys the scientific breakdown. Don't get all ew and all sad on me. For everybody who already red button it up, I just need to give you the breakdown. You need to understand what's going on. It can't never happen again if you guys all do this, right? Never mind. Then people don't even get a part of his reasoning why he couldn't get his wife pregnant was because of his own body, not just because of her. Verse 14. And the uncircumcised male, who shall not be circumcised in the flesh of his foreskin on the 8th day, that soul shall be utterly destroyed from his family, for he has broken my covenant. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Wow. I'm not laughing because it's funny. I'm just like, that's where the Most High God was at. Was to send the Messiah and say, hey, look, tell this dude to clean all that up. And after 8 days, if they don't clean it up on the baby, then that baby's cut off from the people. Utterly destroyed from the people. Verse 15. And God said to Abraham, Sarah, thy wife, her name shall not be called Sarah, but Sarah shall be her name. And I will bless her. I will bless her and give thee a son of her, and I will bless him. And he shall become nations, and kings of nations shall be of him. And Abraham fell upon his face and laughed, and spoke in his heart, saying, Shall there be a child to one who is 100 years old? And shall Sarah, who is 90 years old, bear? And Abraham said to God, Let this Ishmael live before thee. And God said to Abraham, Yea, behold, Sarah, thy wife shall bear thee a son, and thou shalt call his name Isaac. And I will establish my covenant with him for an everlasting covenant, to be a God to him and to his seed after him. And concerning Ishmael, behold, I have heard thee, and behold, I have blessed him, and will increase him, and multiply him exceedingly. 12 nations shall he beget, and I will make him a great nation. But I will establish my covenant with Isaac, whom Sarah shall bear to thee at this time in the next year. As he left off speaking with him, and God went up from Abraham. What? And God went up from Abraham Come on. So that means, listen, stop right there. Stop. Before I end this out. Normally I get through a whole chapter, but I'm not trying to. Because we'll read about all this in the next spot. Are you guys hearing this? Are you guys hearing this? It's unheard of what Abraham is about to do. But he's about to commit to a medical procedure that's going to give him the ability to produce children. Little does he know. Thank you very much. That's not something that most people would even tell you because they don't understand. I did the research on it a long time ago. I can't even think of the name of the condition. I'd have to look it up. But it explained why he couldn't get Sarah pregnant and he could get Agar pregnant. Agar is much younger than Sarah was at the time. So her ability, obviously, to become pregnant is far greater. Not needing as much of the seed from his body to produce a child. In short. Having said that, this has been a wonderful, wonderful, small, long talk. It has been a good time. I appreciate your time. And with that I say, Spiritual Gumbo out.